Hi, I'm Peggy at Headshots by Peggy, and today Diana Elizabeth Jordan is with me, and we're going to talk about resilience and a whole lot of other fun things. So Diana, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I love to call myself a multi-passionate artist. I'm an artist, one artist, many passions. I'm an actor, director, producer. I'm an artist educator, and a disability inclusion artivist. So using art forms to talk about disability inclusion as a social construct.
And you've been teaching for like 20 years.
Yeah, I have to teach. I teach at a place called Performing Arts Studio West.
Performing Arts Studio West.
Right?
Okay.
This is a performing arts studio for adults with developmental disabilities, and you can visit our website because we have our biggest show coming up on May 18th.
Oh, May 18th. All right. I'll put the links down below.
The
Perfect.
alternatives. So it's a great opportunity to see some really talented, going to be an amazing show. So
awesome.
Come check us out.
That's awesome.
Cool.
So, what have you found with Hollywood and including people with disabilities, people with challenges? How has that changed over the 20 years that you've been involved in?
Well, yeah, it's funny because I worked in Chicago as well, so even though I'm 29,
it's longer.
I'm 30, but seriously, I always describe the progression for actors with disabilities. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I think I've been extremely fortunate. I've done over 50 plays. I've worked in film, I've worked in television. I did the episode of SWAT.
Yeah.
Where I recast the elderly lady. Yeah, I know. But I was just the woman in the window, and I went and I auditioned with other actors, so it was not written for...
It wasn't just for a person with a disability.
No.
You were able to just be a person.
Right. It wasn't written as specific. I will say that this year in 2019, there's been tremendous progress, and because it's April, May right now, and we have Ali Spoker, who's doing Ado Annie in Oklahoma on Broadway. She's an extremely amazing actor who uses a wheelchair. More of my friends have been working in TV. They did the episode of CSI New Orleans, which was written by a disabled writer, and had several actors with disabilities and guests and close-up roles. So there's a long way we have to go, but I think we're also moving forward as far as really opening up and opportunities opening up for actors with disabilities, both in TV, film, and theater, and new media. Actors are creating their own content.
I think that's the biggest thing is, hey, if they're not hiring you,
create your own content. Agreed.
Create it.
Totally.
Do it.
I mean, I think that's one of the things for any artist.
I don't care if you have a disability or if you're able-bodied. If you don't think you're working, then go make something.
Well, and that's the thing. I think I was reframing what it means to be a working actor. And I think a lot of times as actors, we feel we have to depend on somebody to cast us to validate who we are as an actor. Create your own content.
It's so easy now.
If you have an iPhone or an Android, you can create something and put it up on a website, put it up on YouTube, put it up on Vimeo, tell your friends, have them tell their friends, and you have something. So it is doable, very doable.
Exactly, and not only that, but the more you work, the better you are. Exactly. And who knows who's going to see that project?
Exactly.
Because you don't have to define yourself as an actor with a disability. You are an actor. You are a woman. You are talented, and you don't have to just audition for roles with a disability. You can be a woman.
Well, no, and that's what I say. You know,
Yeah.
my disability is definitely a part of who I am, and it's really important for me to visibly represent disability and to ensure that disability is a visible part of the American story. However, I don't think the storyline has to be
Exactly.
disability. I mean, I can be the juror, I can be the judge.
You can be a friend.
I
You can be the
exactly.
mom. You can be because you do these things in real life.
Well, I mean, in real life, I'm an aunt, I'm a friend,
Exactly.
I'm a co-worker, so it's not so much, not so much denying my disability, because it is a
Exactly.
part of who I am, and it's it's an identity I'm very proud of. I identify as a black woman, disabled woman. I identify that as all my cultural identities. However, when it comes to television and film and working in theater, I'm an actor who wants to tell a story. So if I tell, and I mean, Alice Roker on Broadway, the perfect example. Here's a story of Oklahoma
Right.
that's been told a million different times, and this time it's being told. And Ada Annie is the actress who plays the wheelchair. They haven't rewritten the role. They've just and I believe the company is a very diverse company in terms of cultural diversity. So here it is that theater and art and film, I think, should reflect what our society looks like. So here's a play, and that includes, and disability intersects.
Exactly.
It's not, and again, I'm African American, I'm a woman, I'm of a certain age. So I intersect with many other communities. Therefore, we are the largest population. I think one in every 5 or 6 Americans has some type of disability. So it's just showing what's real.
It's real, exactly.
Right.
It's showing, TV shouldn't be this, Barbie doll, unrealistic life, because that's not our neighbor, that's not our sister, that's not our mother, that's not our brother, that's not our uncle. We have different things, that's real. And just because the story, I don't think stories need to be written for a person in a wheelchair or a person on crutches or a person with any kind of disability. It's just a person, and you can portray it as a person.
Right.
And I love that. I love that.
And it's interesting. There are some really, this is like there are stories from women's history, the suffragettes or African American history. There's a whole disability history and culture.
Exactly, that needs to be told.
That has not been told yet. So I think it's both. I think, again, as an African American actress, I just want to tell stories, but yet there are stories from African American history, the civil rights movement, other parts of African history. There are many untold stories.
That's
so
true.
While I definitely want to play the judge and definitely want to play the mom or the aunt, there are still stories from disability history and culture that have not been told yet, and I would love to see those stories, the untold stories, become visible in television and film as well.
Because people fear what they don't know.
Exactly.
Whether it's a disability, whether it's a color, whether it's a culture, people fear what they don't know. And when we tell the story, then they're like, oh, well, look at that. She has feelings. Yeah. She has emotions. She laughs. She cries.
Right.
She's a whole person.
Right.
And so that's something that needs to be told.
Right.
Now, you just worked on, what just happened over Easter?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was the first week in April. I just participated in the EGC Disability Film Challenge, which was funded 6 years ago by...
And you directed it.
I directed a film for the first time, yes I did.
Yeah, and I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's very good.
Oh, thank you very much. It was called I Can, produced by Corey Reeder, who I met. I've been a part of the challenge for 5 years, and the EGC Disability Film Challenge founded by actor, comedian, producer, fabulous guy named Peggy, and he founded it because there wasn't a lot of visibility of talent with disabilities behind or in front of the camera. So during that weekend, a production team had 56 hours to write, shoot, and produce a film that, and part of the competition is to feature talent with disabilities behind and in front of the camera. So I've been working with my core reader who I met 5 years ago. It was the first time I did the challenge. We've become really good friends. He's a producer. He's been a mentor to me. I was in his films every year. Then last year we were working together, and I was like, I think I want to direct. You know, I started coming on as an associate producer a couple of years ago, and then I was like, I think I want to direct.
How was it?
It was exhilarating, challenging, scary.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I got to pull in a lot of my talent from Performing Arts Studio West, which was really great and very empowering. And what I realized is, as a producer and a director, it gives me a different type of empowering because I love telling stories, but as a director or as a producer, I have more control of what that story looks like. I have more control of the visibility and who are the storytellers. As the actor, which I still love. I mean, I'm not giving up acting.
Right.
Sound divines, I'm not giving up acting. No, I'm not giving up acting, okay? Seriously. But I think as a director, I can say, you know what? This is who I want to cast.
Right.
This is what I want the cast to look like. So my cast for I Can was diverse, not only in disability, it was culturally diverse. I got to have I asked a female DP because I wanted lots of equity, cultural equity, not only in terms of disability, but in terms of gender. So I worked with my fabulous DP, Sarah Garth, who I worked with last year, I met last year when I worked with Corey. It was really important for me to still live my mission, which is representing cultural equity in terms of disability, in terms of gender, in terms of types of disability. Because I think sometimes when we think disability, we think somebody who uses a wheelchair. And I wanted to really have the diverse images of disability in my film, our film, not my film, but our film. So, and then we worked with a great writer, J. Aaron Sanders, who wrote this amazing script. Our genre was science fiction, so Aaron was able to turn that out in a few days. So we got that. We got our drama on Wednesday, wrote it, and then started shooting. And then you shoot it, you have to upload it, and get it uploaded by a certain time on Sunday. So it's a very pressured thing, but it was really wonderful and that's great.
I'm always telling my viewers, the more you know, the more rounded you are. The better if you help with lighting, if you help with sound, if you help with cameras, the more jobs you do, you may not be good at it, but when you know what these jobs are, you understand. So when a director tells you something, you understand why. And when something's going on, I know, I have actors that complain about hair and makeup, and it's like, no. Their job is to make you look good.
Right.
They're all on your team.
Right.
Everybody's working together to make this project work. Everybody. And so the more you know about other people's jobs, the more you understand that they're actually trying to make you as an actor look good and things go smooth. And, the sound guy wants you to sound good. Everybody wants the best. And the more you understand and the more you know, the more rounded you are about it, you know. So I always tell actors, like, you don't have to want to be a filmmaker, but volunteer and help a little project, because then you understand.
And the thing is too, I also think to me it's about, I know I say that don't step outside your comfort zone, expand it. I mean, I've directed theater, I've directed live shows. This is the first time I directed a film, and no, I don't have the degree from USC. But I've learned by watching. I've learned by watching Corey direct for the past 4 years. I've been on sets myself. I do know how to direct because I've directed live theater. So it was really transferring what I know. And the truth is, you don't necessarily have to have a degree from a film school. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because obviously, we have some great film schools in the area. But I learned by listening. I learned by watching interviews on YouTube. My sister used to be a director, so I read books. I talked to my friends who were directors and said, "What do you do?" So use your resources. There are so many resources on Facebook right now. So
Facebook, YouTube.
I mean, and then one thing I did, I'm on something called Los Angeles Woman in Film and TV, and so I posted. I said, "I'm directing my first film. What advice do you have for me?"
Oh, good.
And I put that post, and so many people who even I didn't know, but so many wonderful people said, you know, get a good night's sleep, relax.
Yeah.
And it was really wonderful that all these people, because it is a community of women who are working in film and television, and so I had no idea what the response would be, and I think sometimes you have to not be afraid to ask.
Exactly, because we're not in a competition.
Exactly.
We should all be pulling each other up. And I feel that there are the people that think it's a competition, and they're not going to succeed, and they're not going to be in your way. So just ignore them and find your people that want you to, you know, you're helping them and they're helping you.
Right.
You know, Merrick's best friend and him, for the very first time, had a callback for the same role.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
And I don't know who was more excited. Like, Merrick was so excited for his friend, you know, and there wasn't any kind of bitterness, because you want your friends to succeed, you know. And hey, if Merrick doesn't get it, I hope he gets it. And you know, I'm sure it was vice versa on the other end. And that's how we should all be. Is I want you to succeed, because that means there's a role for me next, or there's a, you know, there's so many projects. It's not like there's only 2 projects in the world. There's so many projects. Find a project that fits you and have fun.
Well, you know, it's really great. A friend of mine sent me something yesterday. They really came for Black women with disabilities that were doing sketch comedy, and she was really excited. And I thought, you know, sketch comedy is not. I love being funny, but I realize that's not
your thing.
That's not so much my thing. But I have a friend that is her thing. I said to her, because I do like being funny, but I think, and maybe when I was younger, I probably would have said, yeah. But I mean, I think it's okay to realize when you don't want to do something either. And I think sometimes when we're younger, we feel we have to try everything. And you don't. I mean, I think you still have to do things that speak to your heart. And right now I'm really working on some stuff for the film and trying to get that submitted to other festivals. And so I was okay. And it felt really good to say, you know what?
I know somebody that I think will be perfect for this, but not me.
Yeah, this is not for me. And there may be another thing where I'm like, oh yeah, that's for me. But I think it's okay, and I think that we get so afraid because I think this is the industry where you just, oh my gosh, I have to have it. And no, you don't. It's okay, because I think if you have faith in your work, there will be work there, and yes, there are times when it's going to be challenging. That's why I talk about resiliency a lot, because this is the industry where you have to be resilient.
Resilience.
You need to be resilient. You need to be able to face those disappointments. I like to say, face your fears, feel those disappointments, cry if you need to. Nothing wrong with a good cry. But take a deep breath and get going again.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what life is like. And I think the more you realize you may not get and sometimes you may get disappointed, and you will get disappointed, but then there's something else that will come along and you'll be like, oh my gosh, that was so amazing. And I've said this before, the life I imagined when I was that young girl graduating from high school, it's definitely not what it was. I mean, I was going to live in a mansion, and I was going to, and who knows, maybe that's still down the line, but the life I'm living as an artist is more amazing than I ever could have imagined it would be. I have a really great life as an artist, and I feel very blessed about that.
Merrick and I were talking just the other day. We were in San Diego doing the film awards, and some of our friends from LA came down as presenters, and then Easter we all went to brunch, and on the drive home I said, we have an amazing life.
Mm-hmm.
We have amazing friends. Like, I could have never dreamed to have a life like this, but this is better than what I thought my good life was supposed to be.
Right, and there are people, literally, I mean, when I was young, I remember seeing La Bamba, and I was like, I saw Issa Morales, I was like, oh my gosh, and I have loved him as an actor ever since. I know him, I mean, literally, if I see Ethan Morales, we give each other a hug and we say hi. And now I've never been to his house, and it's not like we call each other on
But
the
you know
phone.
each other.
But I know him.
And he says hi to you.
He's not like, it's like Diana. And there are actors who are successful and visible who know who I am, and I know who they are, and that's wonderful and amazing for that, for the little girl in me that feels like, I know so-and-so, and it's not about, but, I said, it's not saying they're my best friends, it's not saying they're my close friends, but it is saying we know each other, and there's something really cool about meeting somebody who work you admire, and you find out they're a really
cool person,
and they seem to think you're cool too, and that's really been one of those things that when I think about it, I do, and there are, I have challenges, we all do, but which not necessarily related to my disability. I mean, life challenges, finances, whatever, that you wish were a little bit easier, but I really do. I have an amazing life and amazing friends, and have my nephews, and I think sometimes you have to be grateful for what you have. I think it's very...
And when you're at the place of being grateful, then you see the good things.
Exactly. I think it's very easy to look at what you don't have, but I think people can do that in every level. I mean, I think there are people who probably have a lot of money and a lot of things that we think we should have, and they're
still not where they want to,
Right, and they may not be happy.
Yeah.
So I really believe in doing gratitude every day.
Absolutely.
If you don't write it down, say it out loud.
Yeah.
Take 5 minutes and go. Because honestly, if you're watching this, you're probably in an apartment or a home, and that's something to be grateful for.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a home,
And you have the internet.
if you have the internet, and it really is about the things like you have the internet, you have things in your life that you are. I hope everyone here has that's watching can name things that they're grateful for, and it could be having breakfast that morning because there's some people that didn't get a meal this morning. So
exactly,
it really is about those little things that wow, I got to take a shower, and that may not seem like a big deal until you realize there are people that don't get the privilege of taking a shower every morning.
Exactly, and you know, I used to tell my kids this because, you know, when they would struggle in school, well, my friend, this is so easy on my friend. Yeah, but as soon as they have something that comes against them, as soon as something doesn't come easy for them, they don't know what to do.
Right.
And when you have lived through hard times and you've overcome them, then you have that knowing that, you know what, it may suck, but it sucked 6 months ago and I'm still here.
Well, you know, one of the thing about resiliency is sometimes you have to remember you've been here before.
Exactly, and you conquered it and you're still here.
I did. You conquer and you cope. I think there's things you cope with. I mean, I talk about resiliency and I say, you know, the things that you conquer and you move forward, the things that are daily coping that you may not get over, but you find a way to live with it. You find, you know, it's coming up about a year anniversary of the suicide death of one of my dear friends, and that was really tough. So, have I gotten over it? No, but am I finding a way to, have I had to find a way to move forward? Yes, I've
and
had
being
to.
grateful for the time you had with your friend.
Exactly, you know, and that's interesting because of the tragic death, I met a good friend of his, and we bonded over that and then become friends. So, would I give anything for us not to have had to have met the way we did? Of
Absolutely.
course. Oh, yeah. But am I grateful? And I think you can have two conflicting emotions. We mourn our friend, but I'm grateful I met her.
Right.
And I think it's okay to have emotions. Don't have to make sense.
They don't fit in a column.
No, that's one of my favorite coaches, Samantha Bennett, calls it creative chaos, when two things are equally true at the same time. It's equally true that I miss my beloved friend so much. It's also equally true that I'm grateful that a tragic event that is still painful brought this other amazing person into my life.
Right.
And they don't have to, you know, things don't always have to make sense.
Right.
I think we try to make sense of the things that don't make sense, and sometimes we have to say, you know what?
I'm just thankful I'm here. Let's go. Let's go with it.
That makes no sense whatsoever, but you know, this is how it is. And things aren't always fair.
No.
You know, I think, you know,
things are very rarely fair.
a couple years ago, I developed these tools. I started a company called the Rainbow Butterfly Cafe, where I use performance lectures, and special art workshops to eradicate disability stigmas of living and limiting beliefs. So that's the mission. And I just developed these tools to share with people things that have helped me. Again, I'm not a psychologist, and I say these are not being said as therapeutic advice, but I did research and evidence. I said they're all based on evidence-based research. I didn't just like
throw them out.
I didn't just like go to a coffee shop and go blah 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 blah. You know, I thought about things I've used, and then I did call them the 10 tools to consider for cultivating resiliency and coping with and conquering adversity. One of the first things I say is we need to accept that bad, sucky things happen. It's a part of life's journey, and that's just it. It's not fair. It's not fair. But that's part of it, and I think if we can accept the not fairness and then we deal with it, by feeling. I think feeling is so important.
I used to not feel. I think I had a lot of things that happened in my past, and I thought that it was easier not to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that, they're my feelings, and it's okay to feel.
Right.
It's okay to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be angry.
Exactly.
It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be silly. You can feel those emotions and then get a hold of it, put your big girl panties on and go forward.
Right. and I think again, we're talking about I'm strong, go strong. That doesn't mean you don't cry.
Right. And it doesn't mean you don't feel, and it doesn't mean that you're not sad sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes you're not pissed off, and sometimes you're not angry.
You can be all
those things are fine because they're your feelings.
Right.
But especially as an actor, when you feel those feelings, you just put those in your toolbox.
Right.
And then when a role comes up and you lose a friend to suicide, you're like, I know exactly how that feels.
I know exactly how that feels. And I do. And I think we all have our triggers and how you feel your toolbox of the actor is very individual. But I think feeling is what, I say, yell, scream, you may not want to yell in bombs, but feel. I talk about finding things that you're grateful for, even in the midst of sadness. I know, the person sometimes we need to give the most love to is ourselves.
Exactly.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done for me.
Necessary.
True. It is.
So necessary to love ourselves, taking care of ourselves, working out, whatever those things are. I talk about doing art, creating art just for fun.
For fun.
It's a process. It's not about being purposes. Create some art. Just write a poem, even if it says, if you want to write a poem, I think life sucks right now.
That's a poem. And it's your feelings.
If you're feeling.
Yeah.
I talk about having a play date. Go on and grow up play date.
Yeah.
Have someone come over, have a tea with your friends, do something you love.
Raw vegan ice cream. Anybody wants to go, let's go.
Yeah, do something you love to as a kid, play your teenage playlist if that brings back positive memories, and then maintain your faith, and whatever faith means to you.
Mm-hmm.
I know faith means a lot of different things, but faith is just saying, I don't know how, but I know I will.
There you go.
Don't know how I'm going to get through it, but I know I will because I've done it before.
Exactly.
And so somehow I'm going to get from here to here. And it may be a minute at a time. I think there are days when you literally have to take life a minute at a time. And then maybe the next day you can take that a half hour, and then maybe an hour, and then maybe a half a day.
Yeah.
But eventually you're gonna get to here. I think the faith is just trusting, because you may not see it right away. So the faith is going, okay, I don't know how, but I'm gonna get there somehow.
I'm gonna get there.
I'm gonna get there. I don't know how. And I think it's okay to be afraid.
It's okay.
Fear, I think that this word of it, that fear is false evidence of being real. I finally think fear is real. I really do believe it's real. That's what you do with it. It's whether you let fear be
rule
here
you or
here.
Yeah.
Whether you just say to fear, alright, I know you're there, but we're gonna go forward.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
You're coming with me. If you're gonna be there, then
Let's
we
go.
got things to do. But, you know, if you're gonna be there, it's gonna be a bumpy ride, but let's go, Peter, because I'm going forward.
That's
no matter
right.
What.
Diana, thank you so much for taking the time to come out here.
Thank you for
This
having
was really
me.
fun.
Thank you for having me. And check out I Can, the film, our film. It's on YouTube called I Can.
I'm going to put the link in the description below.
Great.
And how about social media? Where can people follow you?
Yes, I'm on Facebook at Diana Elizabeth Jordan on Facebook, on Twitter and Instagram. I'm from the Heart D-E-J, so at From the Heart D-E-J.
And I'll put all those links down in the description.
And then
Make sure you follow her.
Please do. I'm starting to do more, learning more about Instagram. I must admit, I'm doing better about Instagram and social media. But I do every Monday, I do something called my Morning Cup of Joy. And I just post a little inspiration that you can find it on my Rainbow Butterfly Cafe page, and I also post it on all my Facebook stuff. Just a little morning cup of joy. I just do that every Monday about 7 a.m.
So if you have a project and you need a director or you need an actor, get a hold of her.
I'm second actor. I love working. I'm a lot of fun, if I may say so myself.
You are a lot of fun.
Thank you. I am confident. I'm confident, but not cocky. But thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so fun.
I had a blast.
Good.
You're so awesome.
Will you come back again?
I will.
Awesome.
I will.
Awesome.
When I get on Grey's Anatomy, right?
Well, as you guys know, make sure that you leave me tons of comments, share this video with everyone you know. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and most importantly, have an amazing day. I'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.